What is up, Kilokrew? I am right outside of Hong Kong Buffet in Spokane Valley, Washington, about to do some last-minute capacity training before I start my road trip tomorrow, which is like the food challenge road trip that I've been talking about in my past videos. So I'm really excited to just go in, really stretch my tummy. This is kind of last minute. I just decided to take y'all along for some capacity training. I'm gonna like not talk while I'm in there. I'm gonna assume that there's gonna be like music playing and groovy, and I'm just gonna kind of like, I guess, do like a voiceover, and we'll consider this to be Kickin Back with Kat episode 2 for the day. So hopefully you guys enjoy. The whole idea of this is going to be literally to just absolutely stuff myself just to get a last minute stretch before I head off on my trip tomorrow. So yeah, excuse my face is looking a hot mess, not wearing makeup, nothing. I've just been running around doing errands all day, and I last minute was like, hey, I bet the old Kilokrew would like to see what it's like for me to train and see how much food I can eat. So here we go. I will meet y'all inside. Okay guys, so for round 1, I decided to go with this like pile of green beans and some watermelon and then like this tofu vegetable dish. I figured that they would all be low calorie options, but it turned out pretty much except for the watermelon, both of these dishes were pretty greasy. You can kind of see the grease shining off of them. They were coated in some sort of sugary sauce, but they were the healthiest options that I could find. I was planning on doing some low calorie capacity training, so I was a little bit disappointed to see, I guess, just how limited the options were, and it was kind of expensive compared to Golden Corral, so I was pretty disappointed here. The taste was okay. Everything that's good about Chinese food this has. I mean, it was sugary, greasy deliciousness. The vegetables were actually cooked really nice, but yeah, a little bit too greasy for the calories I was going for. Trying to take it easy before I go hardcore on this trip, but I will leave you to it for the rest of round 1. Okay guys, so for round 2 is kind of more of the same thing. I just got a couple more plates of the kind of tofu mixed veggies, and then there was like these like candied, I guess, mushrooms that I piled on there as well. And then I went with, there was like a mixed veggie and chicken dish that I went with. I ended up not finishing the chicken on the plate. I was mostly in it for the veggies. The chicken wasn't that great, and it was probably the sugariest, fattiest sauce that there was at that point. So you'll see I kind of finish it off a little bit early. I ate some of the chicken, but my goal, as I said before, was to keep it low calorie. So kind of skipped out a little bit on that one, but otherwise the dish tasted okay, I suppose. Anyways, until the next round. So for round 3, I pretty much just gave up. I saw that there was some sushi. I decided to give it a try and just grabbed a few pieces. They looked a little sketchy, so I didn't want to risk it by having too many pieces of sushi, not only for the calories, but just in case of food poisoning or something. Here you see me getting another plate of fruit going. The watermelon was fine, The first plate of watermelon was actually really good. This plate was a little bit, I think, underripe. It wasn't very sweet, and the cantaloupe was hard as a rock, so you'll see I leave a lot of cantaloupe too. So I'm guessing total, you'll see in the next couple plates, I maybe only ate and drank 8 to 10 pounds of food, and I was hoping to go for much more than that, and 8 to 10 is including water, like I said, so very unimpressive, but you live and you learn. And at least the watermelon was okay-ish. All right, next round again, guys. So for this last dinner round, I was kind of giving up. I found the salady part of the bar. They had some iceberg lettuce that they threw ice on, I think to stop it from wilting. And then they had some like pre-mixed like Asian vinaigrette salad. So I decided to kind of just mix the two together. The Asian vinaigrette salad actually tasted decent, but the salad that it was pre-mixed into was kind of getting soggy. So it made it kind of unenjoyable. You'll see I leave again a little bit on the plate at the end just because it was too soggy, just too much, very oily kind of vinaigrette. But it had decent flavor. It reminded me of like the P.F. Chang's salad dressing a little bit. It had just been sitting there a little too long. So this was kind of where I gave up and just kind of finished this plate as much as possible, and then decided to go for dessert. And I will catch you at the dessert round. So this was probably literally the only thing about this meal that I really enjoyed. There was a thing of ice cream that you could pick different flavors from. I grabbed like a mocha chip, a cookies and cream, and then there was one called like Huckleberry Delight, which was quite nice. I just grabbed a little tiny bit, just enough to clear my palate of kind of the grossness I'd eaten. That puffy thing was a sesame biscuit of some sort, and then there was a coconut macaroon, and then that last little one is just a cream puff with a little bit of chocolate on it. Anyways, it was enough to kind of clear my palate, and I will catch y'all after the meal. Okay, Kilokrew, so I'm sure you could tell by my voiceover that I'm going to be filming for what would happen in there. That was not what I expected. It was very greasy. I was intending to do a low calorie capacity training, but it didn't taste very good. It was greasy, all the sauce was very sugary. There was nothing that was just plain steamed, so I kind of called it a bit early. Like, I'm full, but I didn't challenge myself as much as I wanted to. So I kind of just called it quits and got something that actually tasted good to end with that dessert. I'm sure I'll go over it, but I wanted to, as you walk out the door, they hand you a fortune cookie, so I wanted to read you my fortune that I got when I walked out the door, which was pretty exciting. And it says, your present plans are going to succeed. You can't see that, it's like really overexposed. I'm in like terrible lighting. This whole thing has been terrible lighting. Anyways, this is kind of a quick, cheesy video. Again, I'm sorry for looking like a hot mess through that whole thing. But anyway, yeah, that was Kickin Back with Kat. A little casual capacity training, not nearly as hard as I wanted to. Definitely will not be back there again, but yeah, okay. Till the first restaurant. See you guys next time.